Hi, Larry Peabody here for BGU. If you aren't a big fan of writing, welcome to a very large club. For many, the writing allergy began back in school. The rules just didn't make any sense to us. Teachers scribbled red marks all over our papers, and those assignments just didn't fit us. They came in only two sizes, large and extra large. Let's face it, English is not the easiest language to pin down. As Doug Larson once said, if the English language made any sense, lackadaisical would have something to do with a shortage of flowers. Back in high school, we thought graduation would mean an escape from the whole painful writing business, only to learn that most jobs these days require us to write. As a BGU student, every course you take will involve writing. Online classes mean posting paragraphs, case studies, book reports, discussion assignments, and so on. Then you must write responses to what classmates have written on the very same subjects. Not only that, but passing just about every course means you write a paper that may be 30, 40, 50 pages or so longer. And of course, no one earns a graduate degree without producing a lengthy final project or a massive dissertation. Knowing that writing is a struggle for so many, even for many graduate students, BGU has developed an online certificate course to help take some of the mystery out of the process. The course is called Writing Well as Stewardship. Just as the servants in Jesus' parable were responsible for investing the talents entrusted to them by their master, even so, we are responsible for investing a different kind of talent, our writing abilities, for our master. Because I have written professionally and taught writing seminars, BGU asked me to put together this online writing course. So before I describe the course itself, let me describe my own experiences in the area of writing. My writing career began more than 55 years ago in a job as editorial assistant and writer for a Sunday school take-home paper. Some of my assignments involved writing fiction stories for Christian teenagers. These stories were around 1,500 words each. I'll never forget the pain of receiving my precious manuscripts back from my editor, my boss. One time I counted the words only to find that just 600 of my words remained. The other 900 were his. I've written 3 published books for the Christian market. Starting in 2012, I began teaching the theology of work for Bakke Graduate University. Over the years since then, I have read countless assignments, final papers, and dissertations written by students. As you might imagine, from reviewing those papers, I've seen quite a variety of areas in which the writing itself fell short of effectively communicating what the students wanted to say. Armed with what I had observed, I began to put together the outline for the course we now call Writing Well as Stewardship. The only textbook you'll need for this course is Basic English Grammar for ESL students. Even if English is your first language, the lessons in this book provide an excellent review of basic grammar. You'll be using the Kindle edition of the book. A link within the course will take you to Amazon.com, where you may purchase the book for US $2.99. 6 lessons make up the course. In Lesson 1, you'll watch a video, you'll read 10 principles of clear writing, and read the first sections in the Kindle textbook. Lesson 2 will focus on how to organize ideas. It'll include a writing project planning sheet that you can use as a thinking guide before you begin to write. This lesson will also cover how to write effective paragraphs and transitions. Your Kindle reading will cover the use of possessives and the articles a, and the. In Lesson 3, you'll watch a 10-minute video on writing concisely, cutting out extra word baggage that makes sentences heavy for your readers. You'll read an article on how to shorten your sentences, with an opportunity to practice doing just that. You'll also read advice from readability researcher Robert Gunning on how to break up marathon sentences. As William Zinsser put it, there's not much to be said about the period except that most writers don't reach it soon enough. Lesson 4 zeroes in on choosing words that will work for you when you are not there to explain what you mean. As Mark Twain said, the difference between the almost right word and the right word is really a large matter. 'Tis the difference between the lightning bug and lightning. In Lesson 4, you'll see 3 videos on how to write with active rather than passive verbs. Doing so will make you able to write concisely and to come to the point clearly without wasting your reader's time or energy. I think you'll have fun reading the offbeat advice of Grammar Girl's quick and dirty tips for better writing. Lesson 5 deals with punctuation, and in this lesson you'll be able to download a 4+ page punctuation guide. It explains and provides examples for using 12 major punctuation marks. An article, Common Writing Mistakes, from the BGU Student Handbook, will flag many of the errors frequently seen in graduate student writing. Finally, Lesson 6 will focus you on how to improve your own writing. Someone has said there is no such thing as good writing, only good rewriting. Here, 3 videos will show you some of the tools available for editing the first drafts of your assignments, your book reports, your final projects, and even dissertations. One video deals with how to measure the reading ease or difficulty of what you've written. Another demonstrates the use of Grammarly, a tool that will point out errors in grammar and suggest how to correct them. This certificate course on writing ends with a quiz. If you are asked to complete the course by the BGU registrar, you will need to pass this quiz before you'll be allowed to proceed with your next 4-credit class with BGU. Writing well is not easy, but anything worth doing never is. As you proceed with writing BGU papers and writing as a part of your ministry, whatever it is, you'll find that learning to write well is worth the effort, because writing well is definitely part of our stewardship as Christ followers.